Here are 3 tips for scanning hedgehogs effectively. Tip 1. Immediately reduce your depth. Unless you save this as a permanent preset, then your machine is going to assume in any kind of small animal mode that it's scanning something like a dog or a cat, not a tiny hedgehog. So reduce that depth immediately, fill up all of your imaging area with what you want to look at. Don't scan with your image all squished at the top of your screen and a whole load of wasted space. That's just making your job unnecessarily difficult. Tip 2. Increase your frequency, usually to the highest that your ultrasound transducer will allow. If you have tissue harmonic imaging on your ultrasound machine, such as on the Scan-X, then have a go with turning that on and see if that helps too. No 2 animals are the same, so you have to get used to adjusting your controls every time to find what works for that particular hedgehog. Tip 3. Find the bladder first and don't stray too far from it. It's very common for beginners to get thrown by finding other organs in the body. Liver, particularly heart, because it's fluid filled and it's moving. People often think that that could be a fetus. If you stay looking around the bladder, you're not going to get lost. All your pregnancies are going to be in and around that area. In this footage here, I'm starting at the bladder, the big black circle on my screen, fluid filled, so it's black on ultrasound. Then I'm tilting my hand up to the liver, a bit further to really get the liver nicely in view on my screen. And then I'm tilting further still and getting the hedgehog's heart. And I'm coming back down again to the liver and then tilting back to the bladder. And all of this is done without actually moving from place, just by tilting my probe. And that shows you how easy it is to get disorientated and to confuse other organs for pregnancy. So you really do just want to find the bladder and look around that area only. That's the end of my 3 tips. My name is Catherine, I'm a sonographer. If you already have a scanner and that was helpful to you, you can quit now. Please give the video a like. If you don't yet have an ultrasound machine, there's a couple more things I can tell you. First of all, probe selection. The best option is a microconvex probe. I've tested lots of different probes, and a linear probe, high frequency, should give beautiful images on hedgehogs, but unfortunately just not practical. The footprint size is too large, even with a small-footed linear probe, and a microconvex is very good because if you don't have a hedgehog that's well acclimatized to people, or you don't have people to help you hold, they'll often ball up around the probe. That's fine if they do that with a microconvex. Balled up around the probe, you can just tilt the probe. As long as you've got good contact and plenty of gel on there, you can carry on scanning with the hedgehog balled up. It's not a problem. But if a hedgehog does that around your linear probe, you're going to immediately lose contact and not be able to scan. Most people watching this will be running rescue centres, and I know funding is tight. Please don't be tempted to go for a cheap and cheerful option on somewhere like Amazon. Ultimately, it's going to be a waste of your money. You're not going to get the image quality you need for hedgehogs, and you're going to have nobody there to support you in the long term either. We have tested the Scan-X ultrasound machine extensively on hedgehogs, as well as higher and lower end models. The Scan-X is the best option. If you're struggling for funds, please get in touch. We often have demonstration models or other ways that we can help and support you. We love working with rescue centres and charities. It's one of the best parts of our job, and we really want to help you do the really valuable work that you are doing. So please, just ask.